and press record so that it does it. All right. So, hey everyone. Just wanted to welcome you guys to our call tonight. We are probably going to be switching some things up, and I think starting next week, we're going to start doing Monday night calls and starting the week off right and excited and getting everybody really pumped up. But we wanted to stay to our promise of keeping up with our calls every week. So tonight I'm going to be sharing about how to ignite your business or how to reignite your business. If you're feeling a little bit like myself and feeling like a hot mess express and really not sure where to really get started, and you're kind of living in that world of crap, like I've slacked off and now I don't know how to get myself out of it. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to spend the last little bit of the call talking about hustle for the holidays. So we want to be able to help you guys earn anywhere between like $500 and $1,500 before Christmas, and then also help you guys help your coaches do the same thing. So we're going to talk about that group, and we're really excited about it. We haven't talked a lot about it, so we're going to kind of wing it. But, all right, so I'm going to get started with reigniting or igniting your business. One of the biggest things that has helped me this month, because I will tell you guys that September was a struggle month for me. I didn't have any Success Club points. I pretty much just slacked off the entire month of September. And I figured out that I was kind of lost in why I was really doing this business and what my motivations were and what the reasons for me doing this business were. So I sat down and I really took a look at, why am I doing this? What is my purpose in this business? And why do I still want to come in and do this every day? You know, it's not like a desk job where you can be like, hey, you guys require me to come in and you're going to give me a paycheck. The only reason I get a paycheck is because of the fact that I show up. So September, I didn't show up and I really couldn't figure out why, but I sat down and thought about what I want from this business. And for me, it's really been solidifying over the last couple months, but I want to be able to stay at home with our son when he's here. And I want to be able to show my husband that, you know, this can provide a really decent income for us, because, you know, we both have incomes and we both have big dreams and goals about like building our houses and things like that. But giving up my full-time income is not an option. So for us, the only way that I can do that is if I make that before I leave the office with Beachbody. So that's one of the biggest things, but it's also having people who are wanting to get healthy like I did. You know, before I got into this business, I was over 300 pounds and I had lost track of who I was and really struggled with that. So I lost 80 pounds before we got pregnant, and being able to help other people see the value in themselves in order to get healthy, that was one of the biggest things. And I kind of lost track of that because I had my customers weren't, you know, showing up in the accountability groups, and they weren't really doing that. So I lost sight of all of that and how much I can help other people find themselves. So once I sat down and really looked at why I'm doing this business and really wrote down what this business brings into our lives, not just money, but the other things, which is, you know, helping people find their confidence and having success like that. That's what really helped me to drive myself this month. So you need to identify those kind of things. What is your why? What made you start this business, and what makes you keep on going with this business? We all have those moments where we're like, yep, all right, I want to throw in the towel. But why is it that we haven't? So pick up those things and really dig in and be like, yep, that's why. What else? What are your personal goals? Not just for your business, but for your fitness and your nutrition. These things, you know, it's not like other direct sales or multi-level marketing where you're going out and slinging wine around. You know, we're helping people change their lives and make it a healthier lifestyle for not just them, but for everybody. So identify what's important to you and what really is triggering that for you. And then one of the biggest things that I think I kind of said it, but you cannot want this more than your challengers or your coaches. Otherwise, you're going to burn out and you're going to become so frustrated that it makes you want to throw in the towel because you are wanting it more than that person that you're trying to help. So you need to come to the realization that you can give them all of the tools and everything that you have in your toolkit, but at the end of the day, they need to want it for themselves. So if they're not going to pursue that and want that for themselves, then you need to go out and find the next person that you can help who wants that help, because there are people out there who want our help, who need our help. And don't put all of your eggs in the baskets of the people who aren't willing to work for it. And that was really hard for me last month. I had a lot of people who were like, oh yeah, I want it. And then they wouldn't do anything about it. Really? No, you don't want it. And I'm not going to live my life through you wanting it, but it's really me wanting it more for you. So coming up with that realization, that was really hard for me to come to. But now that I have, I'm like, you know what? I can help them. I can do everything that I can for them. But if they don't want to have my help because they're not willing to help themselves, that's all I can do. So what else? Oh, one of the big things too is practice gratitude. You know, write down every day 10 things that you're grateful for. We've been doing it with the Rachel Hollis's last 90 days challenge. And when I wake up with a grateful heart and I'm like, oh my God, not just with this business, but what is going on in my life that makes me so excited to jump out of bed in the morning? And what am I so grateful for that I'm so blessed with? It has helped my mindset so much. And also tackle the hard early. So you're like, crap, I need to reignite my business, but I'm not really sure what to do. Make a list of everybody who has liked, commented, mentioned to you, oh, you look so good. Reach out to all those people and invite them because they've commented and they're making marks saying like they're proud of you or whatever. Reach out to those people. Those people are going to be the people who are going to be your next customers. Maybe they've said no to you 100 times, but guess what? There might be that 101st time where they're like, yep, all right, I want to join you finally. So you want to make sure that you tackle those objections. You know, if it's a money thing, tackle it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, we have a valuable product and they get you. So at the end of the day, you know, if you're going and talking to a nutritionist, you're going to pay $200 to $300 each session in order to go talk to a nutritionist. We can help people put together meal plans that are going to help them and their families. And we also can teach them how to do it on a budget. And they get all of that for $160. Like, seriously? Like, so don't undervalue yourself. Go in and say, yeah, it is $160 for you to sign up this month. And also offer the coaching opportunity as a way for them, A, to get their money back, or B, they get a discount because they're in your VIP membership. So they get to save on their shakes, or they get to save on whatever it is that they want to order every month. You know, maybe it's the performance line. Yeah, my VIP members get 25% off of all of that stuff. So make it sound appealing, but also don't discount yourself. Don't give away all of your services for free because we have a better product than free. Also, the biggest things that scare you. So for me, it's invites. Do them first thing. Wake up, do your gratitude if it works for you, but otherwise go ahead and get out those 5 or 10 invites and call it a day. You can even do what I sometimes do depending on my mood. I will send out 5 or 10 invites and I will put my phone down and I will walk away. I don't even want to see if they responded to me. I'll check back with them later, but it gets me over the hump of actually doing it. Hey, Jude. All right. And then the last piece to reignite your business is to create your schedule. So sit down and really take a look to see what do you guys have going on in your lives, because we always say, you know, like, oh man, it's just been like a crazy day, or it's been really busy. And I know I am the first one to say it. Yeah, last night I had a crazy busy day, but I was still able to fit in an episode of Criminal Minds. So in that episode of Criminal Minds, I could have been sitting there sending out invites or I could have scheduled my day a little bit better instead of scrolling on Insta stories for 20, 30 minutes. I could have gotten my workout done then or sent my invites, whatever it is. So make your schedule and stick to it. Have those conversations with your families to say, hey, like for example, Tuesday night, 8:30, I have a call. It's a non-negotiable. I can't miss it. Other than that, put into your schedule, hey, from 7 to 8 before this call, I'm going to sit on my computer and I'm going to send out some invites. So you have that conversation with whoever is supporting you in your lives. Maybe it's your parents helping with your kids. Maybe it's your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriends. They're like, hey, I want to go out. Hey, that's great. Let's go out Wednesday night. I can block off the time, but I need to dedicate myself to doing these things, because if we're not willing to dedicate the time, nobody else is going to see the value in us dedicating the time. So, do an audit of your schedule. Like I said, Criminal Minds last night, I did an audit of my schedule to be like, why don't I have any more time? And I'm like, oh yeah, I lay in bed for 30 minutes once I hit the snooze button the first time around. Take a look over the last 2 to 3 days to be like, okay, what is it that you've done over the last 2 days, and where can you take out some of those things that are not going to help you grow and replace them with business building activities. And just get excited and the biggest thing is just find what motivates you in this business, whether or not it's helping people, whether or not it's seeing those paychecks, whatever it is, channel that. And worst case scenario, before you start working, go find some positive pick me up music, put it on for like 5 to 10 minutes, have a dance party, dance it out, and you'll have that energy going through all of your invites, all of your connects, everything that you do, and you'll be able to feel it. Like for me today, it was Can't Stop the Feeling. I think that's the song by Justin Timberlake. It put me in like the right mindset to be like, okay, now I can really like bust it out. I can totally get it done. And I got 5 or 6 people, I got invites done with them. And I've also gotten people who, even on the call right now, I've got messages coming in like, oh, how much does it cost? What are those things? So I know I have those people to talk to when I get off the call. And that's really all of my tips for reigniting or igniting your business. I'm going to put into Jules's page and Priscilla's page and my page too. I found some different videos that are like short 10-minute clips about handling objections, like what are the best ways to do invites. So I'll put those into the different pages just so you guys can see like, okay, well, I'm struggling handling this objection or things like that. Things that you can really take and use to be like, okay, this is how I'm going to handle this. So there's some really good videos from Beachbody Champions that I'll just post the links in, and they're really not long at all. So it's a really quick thing that you can listen to, and be able to just tackle it. And that is that. Do you guys have any other tips on how to ignite or reignite your business before we move into the hustle?
Yeah, so just real quick, guys, so there's this quote that I live by, kind of. There's some days where I don't live by it, and I should, especially those days. And when I'm sitting down watching TV and I know I should be like inviting, I always say, I need to live my life right now the way I don't want to, so I can live my life later the way that nobody else can. So I'm sitting here living a life that nobody is willing to do, so I can live my dream life. And that's what I remind myself all of the time when I don't want to invite and I don't want to go work out. Because if I do this, if I put the work in, it will repay me, so I can have time to sit down and watch TV in a couple of years or maybe a year down the road. And I don't even have to worry about it because I have that income coming in, and it's not going to bug me then, and I have all the time in the world if I just put the work in right now when I don't want to. Also, Shift Shop, I know you don't obviously have to do that, but the Shift Shop release is coming out soon, so that's something that you guys can invite to. You can use Chris. He's a great motivator. He's one of my favorite trainers. And you can just say, like, the first week is 15-minute workouts. Everybody can like set aside 15 minutes a day. So make sure you make a post about that if you're struggling finding something to invite to. Even if like the last 90 days thing is hard for people to get a grasp of, if you're noticing that, start with Shift Shop. And maybe like that 15 minutes, like that's not as scary to people as the last 90 days. So that is something else that you could invite to, because that is coming up. they can get into the coach sneak peek with signing up with one of the packs. So that is another thing that you guys can invite to, and I would suggest you use that towards your advantage since it's right now.
I love it. Thanks, Jules. All right. Anybody else have anything, Priscilla?
Yeah, just real quick. I started reading Grit, which I don't know if you guys have heard of that book. I've heard it mentioned a whole bunch of times by Melanie Mitchell. That's like one of her go-to books. Every time I hear her talking about PD, she always mentions Grit. And I actually have had it since April, but I have like been going through my books, and I actually started it today, and it's already really, really great. I can see why she recommends it so frequently. If you don't know who Melanie Mitchell is, she's the #1 coach in the company 4 years in a row. So definitely someone worth listening to and taking advice from. But it has a lot to do with like what we talked about tonight. Being like the kind of person that's willing to go farther than other people will to reach your dreams. I think it's going to be a really, really great book for that, just after reading the first chapter. So if you need a new book to read or listen to, Grit, check it out. And then are we going to talk about the hustle for the holidays in more detail? Jules, you're doing that, right?
Yes. No. Yeah, I can.
Volunteered, but
so hustle for the holidays is something that I think Courtney saw another coach doing, and I was like, and we all said, oh, that sounds fun. We have no idea what they're doing, and I just kind of was like, well, I'm going to do it with our team. And basically what we're going to do is we, like Courtney mentioned in the beginning of the call, we're going to try and help you guys get to making $500 to $1,500 by the end of the year. My goal is to get all of you making like $500 to $1,500 a month. Hell yeah. Like how great would that be? But you guys have to put in the work. And we're going to be posting in the group. We're going to be giving you tips. I'm going to make a video, about the PB&J, because that inviting process, I know Priscilla's been having some luck with it, I think. I know for a fact that I've been having great luck with the PB&J. I've gotten a lot more people replying back to me instead of just ignoring me completely. I think out of, I have been inviting about 10 to 15 people every single day, and most of those people reply back. Maybe one or two just completely ignore me. But that has definitely changed my inviting and how I'm more comfortable with doing it that way. So for Hustle for the Holidays, I'm going to put a little gift bag together for those who are actually putting in their work to give you guys some motivation, because I'm not going to celebrate the holidays without giving gifts. So I will come out with those gifts when I talk to Courtney and Priscilla a little bit later, because it's our whole team's going to be doing it together. But it's just going to be helping you guys. And like I said, I'm going to be giving you guys tips, but you guys have to do it. You have to put in the work. You're not going to see your paychecks going up if you're not going to be listening to the advice that we give to you. I know that Casey said that she was in. I've had a couple of other coaches say that they're going to give it a try. So I'm really excited to see where it takes you. And like I've mentioned to my coaches, I know, is I want all of us to be at least one rank higher by the end of the year. And that's my goal for all of you guys. And if you put in the work, I promise you will be rewarded, not only from me, but with your paychecks. And how good would it feel to know that you guys put into the work and you got rewarded for it because you did something for yourself and bringing in extra money for you and your family. So yeah, that's a little bit about what it's going to be. I haven't gotten the nitty gritty details done yet, but I'm going to start that I'm going to get through my birthday, and then I'm going to open it up on the 1st, November 1st.
And if they don't cancel the trip, my mom's birthday is going to be on the trip.
Yeah, your field trip's on my birthday. So yeah. Did you guys have any questions about Hustle for the Holidays? Is there something specific that anybody wants to see in that group?
I know one thing that I saw that I thought was really cool is that every week there's a new challenge based off of things that are going to get you out of your comfort zone. And it kind of gives us that competitive streak as to, maybe we're competing against ourselves. But at the end of the day, so each week there's going to be a new challenge that we'll put out there to be like, hey, this is going to help you. And all of those things will be different challenges that will help you grow your business and help you to get further, whether or not it's inviting or whatnot. So you'll see a new challenge every week come out, and that'll help us, stay accountable, show each other that we're holding ourselves accountable. And then it'll also give us a little bit of fun. And, everybody loves prizes.
Liz, how are you doing?
Liz is alive. Doing all right. Taking myself off of the social media so much, so just because I am focusing on my little baby right now. We've got lots of stuff going on with her. So, yeah, but everything's good. I'm still trying to rock out my Success Club points and just get my whole freaking accountability group back up because they're all freaking dying on me and hurting themselves and getting pregnant and knocked up and all sorts of things. It's been fun.
Pregnancy is an excuse.
You're still doing great. You're still on social. I'm still seeing you.
Yep, I try to just keep my presence there and not away. But I keep having people hit me up and stuff that just aren't ready to commit yet or something. But I've got a gigantic list of people I need to go through, and I'm still planning on hitting Success Club before the end of this month.
Awesome. I love it. I love how hard you work. You're doing such a good job.
What's that?
I love how hard you work. You're doing such a good job.
Oh, well, thank you. I love you guys.
Aim for the Success Club trip in 2020.
What's that?
Are you going to try and be on the Success Club trip in 2020?
I mean, I'm going to try. Of course I am. Who doesn't want to be on an awesome Success
You mean
Club?
you will be there, right, Liz?
Exactly.
Um,
Liz will be there.
Yeah. I want to go on vacation with you. You need to be there. And honestly, if you look up the requirements to earn the trip, it's really not super hard.
Don't you have to have like SC10 for like the last like 6 months in a row or something?
No.
Well, I don't know what video I watched.
If you want to have the trip paid for 100%, well, other than flights, I mean, you have to pay for flights. Like for the cruise, I have to pay for flights to get to the port, but the cruise, but the way it works is like, let's say that the cruise is going to be $1,200 for a base room. So if you hit Success Club 10, I think it is, every single month, that pays for the trip in full. But you can earn trip dollars for all your Success Club points. And so what they do is you have to pay a $300 registration fee if you say, I'm going to earn this trip. So I paid that fee at the beginning of this year for the cruise. And then every quarter, they add up your points and see how much you've earned, and you basically pay the difference. So like if it was a $300 quarterly payment, if you hit Success Club 10 every month, you earn that full $300. But if you didn't hit whatever you hit, pay the difference, but you can still earn it. To earn a spot on the trip, even if you have to pay the difference, you only have to get like a total of 20 Success Club points for the whole year.
Nice.
You have to have SC5 by the first quarter, right? And then SC10. No, so it's 10, 15, 20. You have to have SC10 by like a total of 10 Success Clubs by April, and then a total of 15 by July, and then a total of 20 by September. If you meet those minimums, then you do get a spot. You just have to pay the difference because you wouldn't have your full trip covered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's actually not that hard to like earn a spot. You just, if you want it paid for in full, you have to hit SC10 every month, or that average, you know what I mean? Like you might be SC16 one month and only hit 6 1 month, but.
I gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Look into it, because I originally thought that it was like you had to have a Success Club 12 months in a row, and like that was that. And
Yeah,
so-
that's what I thought too. I watched a video on it like 2 months ago and shared it on my page, and I was like,
I thought it was a lot harder, but once I like actually researched it and looked into it and found out all of the rules, I realized that we can go even if we don't earn the whole thing, pay the difference.
Oh.
Plus, it's pretty easy to earn a spot, so definitely shoot for that.
Will do. Gotta get myself on a cruise with you ladies.
We'll find out where the trip. Did they announce the cruise in the fall or January?
I thought it was January.
They announced it in January.
Yeah.
So we'll find out what the 2020 trip is in January.
Aruba, Jamaica.
And my goal is to not be pregnant this trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's respect our time. But I'm glad that we all got on a call again. And next week we're gonna do Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
George isn't on here, is he? Nope, no George. No George.
We'll do Monday at 8:30 next week, and then from there on out, it'll be Mondays.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mondays at 8:30 still? Is that what time it was?
8:30 on Monday. For sure. All right.
All right. See you
All
guys.
right. Have a good rest of your week.
You too.
Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.
Love y'all.